Welcome to the 15th season of Shamba Shape Up!
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need,
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences
on the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
We are in Bungoma.
Tony, we need to first introduce the program.
Oh yes, that's right, Caro. Let's do it.
Where are you? Show yourself.
I'm here by this big tree, this brown one.
Which big brown tree? They all look the same.
This one, Caro.
Ah, Tony. Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up.
This week we are in Misikhu, Bungoma County.
My name's Hillary and Amida. I'm a farmer, I'm a businessman, the servant of God.
Hillary has an agrovet that he runs with his wife Amida.
The agrovet is doing well. So why does he do farming?
Farming is so interesting. I did it because of passion and two, because of income.
Hillary and Amida.
Yes.
We are very happy to be here.
Feel most welcome.
How is farming here, Hillary?
Farming is not bad, it's good. We are doing a bit of dairy farming, poultry farming, and some horticulture farming.
Challenges with dairy farming?
We have some challenges of infertility.
Amida, yes. I'm sure there's something you do in the Shamba.
Yes.
What do you do?
I do maize farming.
Yes.
And I also do vegetables. The main problem is fertilizer, pests and diseases.
You use fertilizer?
Yes.
Which one?
I use the organic fertilizer.
Organic fertilizer.
And the fertilizer bought from the markets.
We've come with experts.
Yes.
And we'll work with you to tackle some of those challenges and to make sure that you are shaped up.
Okay.
So now we need to pitch our tent and get ready for work.
Welcome.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Welcome.
All right?
Welcome.
All right.
See you.
Okay.
A cow starts milk production once it has had a calf. But sometimes we have challenges with breeding, which may lead to low milk production or no milk at all. How do we solve this?
I bought a cow and I was told that it is around 3 months in calf. After 3 months, it came on heat. I served the cow, but still there was no conception.
Hillary is having challenges with getting the cows in calf. No better person to call in than Gideon Komen, an expert from CKL Africa, your partner on all things livestock.
There are things that can contribute to your cow not to come on it. One of them is even the housing can really contribute to your cow comfort, which may affect them coming on it.
Okay.
Also, the feeding of your cows also might contribute to your cows coming on it, and mostly the minerals that you give to your cows.
So Hillary, how do you feed your cows?
I normally feed them with the napier and with this sugarcane offcuts, then with some small hay, but main feed is on napier.
The requirements your cow needs are around 3 or 4. The cow needs feed for production, the cow needs feed for reproduction, the cow needs feed for general health and also for the growth. So if you are underfeeding your cows, the little feed that they take only satisfy them, but nothing is left for them to come on it or give you good milk.
So how should he feed his cows?
A balanced diet for your cow needs protein, it needs carbohydrates, which are energy, and minerals, and of course clean water, which is readily accessible. And then for minerals, you need to give minerals ad libitum. And it will not only start when your cow wants to come on it. If they are heifers, you start from 6 months. you give your cow Maclick Plus.
For your heifers to come on heat when they get to around 15 months, give them Maclick Plus from when they turn 6 months. You can give free choice, also known as ad libitum, or 100 grams per cow per day.
So for a heifer, a good heifer to come on heat on time, what is a feeding regime?
There are farmers who do what we call total mixed ratio. They can mix the silage, then napier grass and the hay which is chopped, and some concentrates. Then you can mix all of them and give us a total mixed ratio. This happens when you separate your cows into groups. There are those that are lactating, their feed is different from that cow which is not served or it is not in calf. If we want to prepare this cow to come on it at the right time, or we want to serve that cow, we need to do what we call flash feeding. Flash feeding is where we introduce highly concentrated feeds before we serve that cow. We have a product that we introduce to this cow called Coca-Cola Advance before you serve. Before it shows that sign of it, we introduce dairy meal, which we incorporate with Coca-Cola Advance at a rate of around 1 kg to 2 kg per day.
To boost the cow's health before serving, give Coca-Cola Advance. You can mix 100 grams of Coca-Cola Advance with 1 kilo of dairy meal per cow per day.
By doing that, we will ensure that this cow is served and conception is successful.
If he starts using the supplements and concentrate today, or the feeding program that you're giving him, will they come on heat tomorrow?
It is a gradual process. You can't use it today and you expect some quick results. It needs its patience. You have to keep on using the same product and be consistent, because for you to achieve good results, be consistent. From the time you introduce that product, we normally count between that day and 21 days. In between, that cow might come on it. At times, these cows can come on it. You serve them, but they can fail to conceive because of also the housing. If the housing is not good, the cow will be stressed.
In order for the cows to be comfortable, they need a good housing structure. Hillary has gotten stuck. Looks like it's time for a shape up and help him finish the zero grazing unit.
The farm has a lot of waste. This waste can be used to increase production through composting.
We need to learn about composting, and so we have called in Johnston Ngoshe from the GIZ ProSoil project, a real expert at this. Let's get ready to learn.
So Hillary,
Yes.
what have you been planting on your shamba?
I have been planting kales, some tomatoes, kienyeji, mbogas, and some maize.
And how have they been doing?
They are not doing that well. We spend a lot of fertilizer on them for them to do well.
Johnston,
Yes,
you've done some inspection in the shamba.
I've done the inspection on the shamba. One, Hillary, you are having a challenge with how to make the compost. You are just exposing your farmyard manure to the sun. Also, I have seen that your soil, I'm not seeing the humus in it. This will result to low yield, and it will continue costing you as you continue using a lot of synthetic fertilizers, as the way you have said.
And he's been using farmyard manure.
One, it is like a dumping place. There are a lot of things you have mixed up with it, like nylon papers are there, polythene bags are there, plastic bottles are there. It has been exposed to direct sunlight, whereby when that sunlight hits on it, it means it loses the nutrient that we need in the soil.
And why is it so important to have compost in the shamba?
It is important to have composting because, one, that composting, you collect material and then you get the correct nutrient that you need to the soil.
Okay.
And when you want to prepare compost manure, first of all, we need to locate the site.
Yeah.
You need to look under a shade, and it should be under agroforestry tree shade. Agroforestry tree shade, it means that tree that is having leaves, that those leaves, when they shade down, they decompose to add humus to the soil. We use readily available materials because we are lowering down the cost of input you are using on your farm, and you want to increase the production.
So now we have the materials.
Yes.
What is the process?
We start by measuring out.
Measure a space that is 2 meters by 1.5 meters. Dig holes and place poles in each corner of the space. Then, loosen the soil. Add poles on the side. Start by laying twigs 30 centimeters high. This will help with the aeration and drainage. Add a layer of dry matter. Add some more poles on the sides to support the compost. Then sprinkle about 20 liters of water. Add a small layer of decomposed manure. This introduces microorganisms into the compost. Then add about 5 centimeters of green matter. These are Tithonia, Mahonia, Lucina, and Grevillea. They help in adding nitrogen to the compost. Add water. For the dry season, use about 20 liters per layer, and for the wet season, use 10 liters. Add a layer of ash. This adds potassium. Then add a layer of fresh cow dung. This adds phosphorus. On top of this, add farmyard manure that had been prepared before. Repeat this process, but without the twigs. Go up to a height of 1.5 meters. Cover the heap with a layer of dry grass or other light dry matter. This will protect the compost.
And now you have prepared the whole process. Now you take a dry stick. That dry stick will be used as a thermometer. Now you put it diagonally, cutting across all the layers. So after 3 days, come pull out that stick.
Okay.
Touch on it. When you find that it is hot, you'll know that your compost is in the process of decomposition. But when you come and pull out and you find that that stick is wet, you'll dismantle the whole process. That's why when making the compost, you must be very keen and you must follow the right process. You'll come now after 7 days, you pull out that stick again. When you see it is somehow dry, you apply some water. Now after 28 days, you will turn it because now you are mixing up those material for easier decomposition again. So after it has finished the second month, you turn it again up to the 3rd month. After the 3rd month, now it is ready for use.
And what is the application?
When you are planting, you must make sure that you take 2 handfuls in a hole of any crop you want to plant. It adds microorganisms to your soil. 2, it retains water. It lowers down the cost because earlier on, Hillary, you have said you have been purchasing the synthetic fertilizers. Now you are making the organic fertilizers. We are recycling the material that you are having on the farm to be again used on your farm to get more yield.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that we know the correct way of making compost, let's check on the makeover with Kamau and his team.
Back at the cow shed, Kamau and the team are still at it.
Coming up after the break.
The drama continues on Shamba Bees and we learn about seed banks.
Welcome back to Shamba Shape Up.
In this part, the drama unfolds on Shamba and bees. But first, saving on indigenous seeds for the future.
Work on the cow shed is going on. And it is starting to look much better.
Indigenous vegetable has a very high potential. Even right now, if you go to the market, if they give you indigenous vegetable of 100 shillings, it may not even satisfy 3 people.
There is a bank that a farmer can go to, but it doesn't keep money. It keeps something as precious as money. Want to find out what it is? Follow me.
Seeds are the backbone of all crop farming, but we can't find every type of seed in shops. So we have Joseph Ireri Kamau from KALRO, the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization, in partnership with the GIZ Pro Soil Project. He is here to tell us how and where we can find some indigenous seeds.
Hillary,
Yes,
this is your workplace.
yes, sir.
It looks very nice and very busy.
Thank God.
So what sort of seeds do you sell in your agrovet?
We sell certified seeds from various companies.
Amida, let me come to you. At home, what sort of vegetables do you grow?
I plant the indigenous vegetables like saga, managu, and amaranthus.
Where do you get the seeds from?
Getting indigenous seed is a challenge, but we try source from agrovets and some from our fellow farmers.
The reason why the farmer is not able to get all the seeds he wants in the stockist is because 80% of the seeds supplied to farmers in our country comes from the informal sector. Like she has said, it grows amaranthus. But you'll find even within the amaranthus, we have several species. So she might be growing one like the one called Amaranthus hypochondriacus. But when you go for Amaranthus arbus, which is actually under delicacy for most of the people around this region, she's not able to get those seeds. The Amaranthus arbus is the one munaita rivogoi.
Yeah.
Unapata mbegu yake hiyo?
No, hiyo hatupati mbegu.
It is actually one of the rare species which the farmers are looking for. And they say compared to other amaranthus species, it is the most nutritious and most palatable when it comes to the taste.
You're still in search of livogoi?
Yes.
Okay. So is there a place we can find this livogoi?
Yes, livogoi you can get it at the community seed bank.
In Western, you can find community seed banks in Bungoma, Siaya, and Kakamega.
I'm interested in seeing this seed bank. Are you our farmers?
Yeah.
Let's go raid that bank and take livogoi home. All right.
From the shop, we head to the bank, the seed bank. It is built with readily available natural and recycled materials to keep it cool in the heat. Inside, there is a lot of variety.
We are at the community seed bank known as Bukebe. The important thing to note here is that a seed bank, whether a community seed bank or a national seed bank, is important because it can keep diversity of very many different plant species which you are not able to keep in their natural conditions. That diversity is actually what gives us an opportunity now to cope with the different environmental challenges.
Can she get the livogoi from here?
Yes. The only difference is that the name she is using is livogoi. Here they are using ritoto. In Maragoli they call it rifogoi, but in Bukus they call it ritoto.
So if a farmer goes to a seed bank and says they want a certain variety, the person in the seed bank will be able to identify what they want, is it?
Yes, because actually the reason why we conserve in a seed bank, there are two major reasons. One is to conserve the diversity for use. And the uses are very many. Food for human beings, feed for livestock, crop improvement. The other reason why you keep the seeds in a seed bank is to ensure you don't lose that genetic diversity. That means you don't get genetic erosion because of threats like deforestation, overgrazing, change in land use. And then there is also the climate change, which is also affecting our diversity. These seeds cannot remain viable forever. So once in a while, they need to be tested so that you confirm their viability status, and if it is low, you are able to take them to the field for regeneration and continue the process, and you are able to meet the needs of the present generation and the future generation.
How are they preserved?
That seed must be dried to the right moisture content of below 7%, and then you store under low temperatures from 5 degrees centigrade and below.
According to this seed bank, I can see you have put some preservatives there.
Where for a seed bank, we don't recommend the use of any chemical. These are natural preservatives. This is the coffee, which is actually ash. And then here we have the brick dust, and we have the cherries. These are organic products.
So what makes a good seed?
The right seed is the one which will produce a crop which will give a farmer increased yields, A good seed or the right seed is the one which you produce a crop which is tolerant to pests and diseases. Number 3, a good or the right seed is the one which you produce a crop which is adapted to the climatic conditions in that particular area where it's being grown. And lastly, a good seed is the one which can be value-handed. For example, change the maize grain to maize flour. So you are doing value addition.
Good, good. So for a good quality traditional seed, a farmer should go to the local community seed bank.
Yes, for traditional seed varieties or species, the farmer should go to the community seed bank or the National Gene Bank of Kenya.
The beddings in the cow shed go in, and the water troughs are done. The cows will really be happy about this. And now, Shamba ni bees.
Hey, bestie. You're already on the grind this bright and early? Let me tell you, Mashabiki farming is not for people for sherehe. Can you imagine being under this hot sun with a hangover? The liquor will literally start to brew itself all over again. Kuiva nayo utaiva. So, I come bearing good news. These guys from an Agribusiness incubation center, they reached out to me after seeing my TikTok videos of your farming journey, and they're inviting you to learn all about agribusiness for free. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, but I don't think I'll be able to do it. I mean, who will I leave the baby with? For me, that's just mission impossible.
Way ahead of you. I asked all about that, and they told me that they have a free baby care service at the center.
Are you serious? Okay, will you please, Sheiks, don't pull my leg.
I'm not lying to you, babe. I know how much this means to you. I would never joke about it.
Then what am I waiting for? Say, start getting ready.
Yes!
How can we help you today?
Hi, my name is Flo.
Yes, Flo.
My friend Sheiks told me about this place. She said I could learn more about my agribusiness.
So what you're going to do first is you're going to take your child to the nursery. Don't worry, your child will be fine, okay? And then we'll come back and fill in the forms. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Good.
Farming is a business. If you spend this amount of money planting, cultivating, and harvesting, then this would be a good price to sell your produce, keeping in mind the cost of transport to the market. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
Are we together?
Yes.
All right. Now, I want us to talk about crop diversification. Crop diversification. I know some of you are thinking that it's more expensive. I will say it doesn't need to be. Think of diversification as insurance. When you diversify, you can be assured that even if one crop doesn't do well, the other one will. And this way, you can sell different crops at different times. You also don't run the risk of losing everything just in case there's a pest outbreak or, bad markets, for example. Sasa? Yes. Yeah? Okay, now, the third thing I want us to talk about is value addition. Value addition. Let me give an example. Somebody who's growing njugu. You can sell some of it as roasted products to the shopkeepers and supermarkets in your area. And also, when you add value to your product, you can sell it for more money. And as we've said before, and we'll say it again, you're a what? You are a what? A business. Exactly. Always look out for new opportunities to grow. Do your research and then go for it. Yes? Go for it. Okay, next week we shall learn all about how to making a business plan.
Babe, Flo! Oh! You can't hear me? Hey, Papa!
Aki Shakes, you remember that incubation center you told me about?
Yes.
It is God's center, Aki.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it, babe. So now where are my videos for the reels?
Aki, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Aki, Flo. Have you not learned anything from me? Content creation just like gossip. I take you uzembe.
Okay, babe, I'm so sorry. The knowledge was so impactful, I forgot. But I'm going back there in 2 days and I promise I will record. Sawa?
Okay, fine. So, in a nutshell, what did you learn?
How much time do you have?
I said in a nutshell.
Okay, so first thing first, I learned that I am a business.
Okay.
Very few words, but very, very impactful. Now, I want you to say it with me. I am a business.
I am a business.
Yes, content creation is a business. Agriculture
is a business. We're curious to know, what do you think Flo should do? A, keep learning. B, find another job. Or C, stay at home. We'd like to hear your thoughts. Kindly send us a text or a WhatsApp message on 0748 153 120, or simply reply to our polls on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram using our social media handle at Shamba Shape Up. We'd like to hear from you. See you next week. Bye.
The cow shed is done. The new occupants are inspecting the new bedding. Approved. They also approve of the floor. What about the feeding troughs? They love it. The compost section is now ready to turn all that farm waste into organic fertilizer, and Hillary can now access indigenous seeds.
And I will encourage Shamba Shape Up to continue with that spirit of supporting other farmers.
So if we come back next time, are we going to find any changes?
Yeah, there'll be a very great improvement. Milk production, if you go to the Shamba, there will be some visible improvement.
Visible improvement.
Yeah.
All right, we've been happy being here with you,
Yes.
and we appreciate you and the work that you do. But now we have to go and see other farmers. So we'll see you next time on
Shamba Shape Up!
Thank you.